Good morning, students. Let's go for the another chapter in your syllabus. It is the fifth unit, but I'll do it as a second unit now, as it is related to first chapter, so you can easily understand. So, reconciliation of cost and financial accounts. Reconciliation, that means reconsidering the cost and financial accounts. That means the companies will maintain books of accounts, even final accounts as well as financial accounts as well as the cost accounting. Two books are maintained in the companies. So as per the records of cost accounting, the profit or loss will be different amounts. As per the financial accounts, the profit or loss will be different, because the financial accounts will contain historical data. What is historical data? Means what is already happened, expenses, and what is the income derived, received, earned. That will be recorded in the financial account. There is no anticipation or there is no estimation of any amounts there. So that is called, it is a historical data. So what has happened in the previous academic year, for that they will prepare a final accounts at the end of the accounting period. That is the financial account. But when come to the cost accounting, it is an imaginary estimation. They will estimate in the future material value may increase or decrease. The labor cost may increase or decrease. Other overheads like factory overheads, administrative overheads, and selling and distribution overheads, it may increase or decrease. That kind of estimation will be done in the cost accounting. Okay, so you can understand now, cost accounting is prepared with the estimation values. Financial accounts is prepared with the historical value, that is already what they spended the money and what they received the money. Actual amounts will be taken in the financial books. Okay, so to know the difference, to know the what is the reason for difference of profit when compared to the cost accounting and the financial accounting, that to know that we will prepare the reconciliation statement. We'll prepare the reconciliation statement. So there are two types of system maintenance of cost accounts, namely integral system and non-integral system. So here integral system means both financial accounting and cost accounting together they will prepare. Together they'll maintain a set of accounts operated which contain both financial and cost accounting. Means we need not to prepare reconciliation statement. Okay, when both the books are maintained separately, then we have to prepare a reconciliation statement. Okay, so in cases both the system are prepared separately, then we have to go for reconciling. So what is the need? What is the need for going for the reconciliation? There is some points, naturally. Numerical accuracy. So it give the accuracy information to make the policies of the company. It give the both the books what is the actual records, and it give the exact numerical value. Next, it is the standardization. So they will have the books of accounts standardized, standard books of accounts, both financial account as well as the cost accounting, and they know the what are the reasons for the difference between the different profit between the cost account and financial account. Means they can achieve the policy strategy, so they can frame the policy. That will helpful because of the standardization. Knowing the reasons, so here they will know the reason, what is the difference, why it is differ, what are the financial items, expenses, or income which is taken in the financial account, which may not be taken in the cost sheet. Even in the first chapter, in dividend received, dividend paid, uh, rent received, like that, some of the expenses or income we not considered to the cost sheet because it is the financial expenses. Even in the while doing the problem, we had come across dividend received or dividend paid by the company. So those expenses we not taken to cost accounting. It should be taken only to the financial accounting. So financial expenses, charges, and financial incomes will not be shown to the cost accounting. It will be shown only in the financial account. So that kind of reasons they will come to know by preparing the reconciliation statement, and it will give the much more effective in the internal control. They know what is happening in the company, how they can control the expenses, how can they earn more profit. That kind of financial aspects they have the control. Okay, next is some reasons. Here it is some reasons I told now only. Financial charges means financial expenses which is included only in the books of financial account, but it will not be included in the cost accounting, that is it is excluded. And appropriation of profit, after getting the net profit from the profit and loss account, the corporate companies will do the appropriation, that is dividend payment or any reserve. Okay, they will create any reserve or any dividend payments will be there, all that they will do after getting the net profit. So these kind of appropriations will be done only in the financial accounts. It will not be done in the cost accounting. And pure financial incomes and profit, so it will be financial income, interest received, dividend received, interest received on investments. Okay, like that, some of the incomes which will be taken only in the financial accounts, it will not be taken to the cost accounting. Okay, and nominal charges will be, sorry, notional charges will be taken only in the cost accounting but will not be taken to the financial accounting. Okay, under or over absorption of overheads, in cost accounting we may do under valuation or over valuation of overheads. Abnormal wastage and efficiency in respect of material and labor, they may estimated in the cost sheet different material or labor charges, but they may waste the material, they may uh, they not perform well by the labors, it will increase the cost of the material and the labor. Difference in rate of methods, depreciation adapted in two books. So in the cost accounting, depreciation will be charged by different methods. In financial accounting, they charge the depreciation in different methods. So some difference will be there in the profit. And difference in the basis of stock valuation. Okay, here cost sheet we will make undervaluation or overvaluation of stock. In financial accounting, they will take the exact value. Okay, then we have to prepare the reconciliation statement. It is a very easy statement if you understand that. Two books of profits will be given or one books of profit will be given. That profit as per cost accounting as well as profit as per the financial accounting. So whatever reason we discuss now, almost same thing you have to understand here, same thing will come. So see that profit as per cost accounting. If you taken a profit of the cost accounting, then which are the items should be added and which are the items should be deducted, that you have to understand. It's a matter of only adding and deducting. See that adding items, over absorption of overheads in cost accounting. So if they taken the value more than the actual value, that is the over absorption. So if they taken any over absorption of overheads mean indirect expenses in cost accounts, that should be added. Okay, next. expenses charged only in cost accounts. Expenses charged only in cost accounts. So any expenses charged only in cost account should be added. Incomes credited in financial accounting, that means income recorded only in the financial books. Income recorded only in the financial book, nothing but income credited in the financial accounts, that also should be added. Over valuation of opening stock in cost accounting should be added. Related to closing stock, undervaluation of closing stock will be added. It is a contra entry. So overvaluation of opening stock and undervaluation of closing stock will be added here. Okay. See the deducting items less under absorption of overhead in cost accounting. See here the first point already what we discussed here, over absorption of overheads in cost accounting. So overheads entered in the cost account, if it is over absorption, that means if they taken more than the actual value, then it is a adding item. If it is a less, means under absorption, if they taken less than the actual value, means it is a under absorption, so it should be deducted. Expenses charged only in the financial. See the second point at the top. Expenses charged only in the cost account should be added. Expenses charged only in the financial account should be deducted. Okay, you can understand the difference. If the expenses charged only in the cost account should be added, expenses charged only in the financial account should be deducted. Incomes credited in cost accounting. See the third point there on the top. Income credited in the financial account, that will be added. Same income, if it is credited in the cost account, it will be deducted. Undervaluation of opening stock in cost accounting, that is, you see that fourth point, overvaluation of opening stock will be added. Same fourth point here, undervaluation related to the same opening stock. If overvalued means, under overvaluation means it should be added, undervaluation means should be deducted. When come to the closing stock, undervaluation should be added, overvaluation should be deducted. Overvaluation closing stock will be deducted. The difference amount should be taken as a profit as per the financial accounts. In case if we taken earlier, we taken see that profit as per the cost accounting. So all the adding item and deducting item we discussed. In case if we taken the financial account profit as a base, so here we return first financial account profit, means all the adding item what we discussed should be deducted. What we discussed all the deducting item, it should be added back. So it is totally reverse. So format is given for when we taken the cost accounting as a base. In case if we taken financial accounting profit as a base, then all these deducting items should be added. All these added items should be deducted. Okay, then we'll have the memorandum of reconciliation statement. It will be prepared only in case if they ask it specifically, otherwise we'll prepare the statement only. Okay, later we'll discuss about the memorandum of reconciliation. So here nothing but adding item taken on the credit side, adding item will be taken on the debit side, deducting item will be taken on the credit side. That is only the difference. In the statement what and all we are adding with the profit will be taken as a debit side, what and all we deducting on the statement will be taken on the credit side. Okay, so fine to be remember, if depreciation is charged is given separately as per the cost account and financial accounting. So depreciation amount if they given as per a cost accounting what is the depreciation, and financial account what is the depreciation, two amounts are given, then as per the cost accounting depreciation amount should be added, and as per the financial accounting depreciation amount should be deducted. So two amounts are given means cost accounting depreciation value should be added, financial accounting depreciation value should be deducted. Okay. The second point, store adjustment credit. If it is given as a credit, it should be added. If it is given as a debit, it should be deducted. Okay. Store adjustment, within bracket they'll mention credit. Credit means it should be added. If it is given debit means it should be deducted. Okay. Some of the following are the considered as a purely financial expenses. That is interest on capital, cash discount, commission, loss on sale of assets, capital expenditure. These should be deducted from the costing profit because it is a purely financial expenses. Next, purely the financial incomes. So incomes are interest on bank deposits, loans and investments, dividend received, profit on sale of investment and other fixed assets. So share transfer fees received, etc. So any financial incomes, if it is entered in the financial accounting, should be added to the costing profit. Okay, so expenses should be deducted, income should be added. Okay, we'll see in the next class, we'll do the problems. So please go through the format. So it will be very easy to get the 14 marks from this chapter. Compulsory 14 marks will come from this chapter. Okay, thank you.